Laughing thrush. See, although these laughing thrushes are not very colorful, but there certainly is a majestic look about this bird. See, we are looking at two varieties, white-crested and white-throated. White-crested laughing thrushes are instantly eye-catching and they remind me of a chef at a five-star hotel. White-throated laughing thrushes. They are usually found in pairs as if perfect couple made for each other. Black bulbul. See, bulbuls are known for their melodious wood note, but strangely, only the male sings to attract the female, and they can produce 200 different notes. One needn't go to Himalayas to sight a bulbul, but for they thrive even in the city. But black bulbul is unique to Himalayas. A conspicuous red-orange beak and matching legs on gray or black body with crowly crown renders a striking look to this bird. See, I wondered why Rufous-bellied Niltava is called as a mystery bird until I chanced upon it. This purplish indigo bird shone so brightly in sunlight that its aura spelled of mystery. I later learned that this color association was possible only due to the structural and pigment-based coloring. The bird's beauty is highlighted when the light falls on it. The beauty of some birds is best seen with the naked eyes. I was reminded of a side Ludhiani's words, "Jo baat tujhe mein hai, teri tasveer mein nahi." So you got to go to Uttarakhand to sight this bird. Brown bullfinch. See, their bull-like countenance has earned the name bullfinch. The colorful bullfinch, although not a typically delicate bird, is certainly a crowd puller. Why? Their rare ability to mimic other birds endeared them to humans, but this has also proved as a curse because many times they get caged. Pear and cherry birds form their favorite delicacies, and bullfinches are equipped with short, stout beak that enables them to nibble this food with the gusto. Blue whistling thrush. Thrushes are considered as a sign of devotion, fertility, peace, abundance, and everlasting bonding. The blue whistling thrush, with its inky blue form and a bright yellow beak, is surely a head turner. The name blue whistling thrush was not accorded without a reason, for the bird call sounds like a fluty whistle. Nuthatch or nuthacker is the name given because of their ability to smash open hard shells of fruits by pressing them against the trunk crack and hitting it with their beak. Such a small bird has fantastic strength. Their long claws and talons enable a firm grip on the tree and even facilitate headlong scaling. This helps conceal the bird from predators. They can hang themselves upside down and find prey on the tree that other birds cannot see. They can go up and down the tree trunk both ways. Isn't it a rare quality? gray-winged blackbirds sing so well. The great poet, the Shakespeare, was tempted to write a beautiful poem. Many of you might have learned it in your school days. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds perched in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? The long-tailed shrike. This particular image of this long-tailed shrike, I have taken it in Dhaka. But they are available in India also, all over the place. The dark black bandage appears to be tied at the shrike's eye. Hence, this bird is known as Gandhari in Marathi language, as legendary Gandhari from epic Mahabharata wore a black bandage over her eyes for the rest of her life after marrying to Maharaja Dhritarashtra. The name shrike is given in English because of its harsh call, as you must have heard it now. But due to their hunting methods, the name khatik also is given to these birds in Marathi. Orange-headed thrush is a brightly colored ground-dwelling bird having unmistakable bright orange head, breast and belly. They are very secretive birds, usually occurring alone or in pairs. Sometimes they are seen flying quietly, but when felt threatened, secretly they go on a perch and will be there without even making a slightest movement. These birds are also seen in Western Ghats as they migrate post-breeding. Such a beautiful bird. The sighting of black-throated tipped bird was very easy because of its black throat. But capturing in camera, of course, is always a challenge. They are tiny, agile, and very active. Pickles blue flycatcher. Pickles blue flycatcher are named after British ornithologist Samuel Tickell, who identified these birds. They are tiny, cute, active, and very colorful with lovely musical call. These birds are also seen in Western Ghats. Indian peafowl. It's India's national bird. As per mythology, it's a vehicle of goddess Saraswati and Kartikeya, and its magical feather adorns Lord Krishna's crown. Common kingfisher, most of you must be knowing it. It is found all over India. The common kingfisher birds are small to medium size, very attractive in color. It was different experience for me to click this heavenly colored bird sitting on a rock in a meditative posture like a sage. Though slightly-headed parakeet bird's song is not very pleasant, its pleasing color forming, the decorative draw during breeding is very fascinating. This is the only species in parakeets that migrate in winter, in the last week of October to the lower altitudes. The last bird is mountain bulbul. You find this only in the mountains. That's why the name. This tiny mountain bulbul is naturally best with some of the nature's brilliant hues. The countless color shades on the mantle of these birds are just awesome.